In September of 2018, I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. After 3 sessions of Revlimid, Velcade, and dexamethasone, I was sent to Vanderbilt for stem cell. Vanderbilt arranged for an apartment, and then we started looking at restaurants to go get food. And fortunately, in Nashville, there were great places to go, like Hattie B's, and so we took a couple of days before the first treatment started and did that. Then we got the very first thing is you have a port installed on your chest to take in the stem cell, take out the blood, to do various injections for medicines. You start in a stem cell transplant clinic, and you go there every day. You'll have a schedule where you'll come in and see a nurse in the morning. She will clean your ports and take blood, and then they will decide what type of medicines or injections they need to do. So from there, you spend 10 days of all this prep of seeing a nurse, getting a shot, and getting ready for the stem cell collection. In the meantime, we visited other restaurants in the area to try and kind of for therapy, and it's a great little town to be able to do that. Then we started the collection process, where they actually run your blood through a machine to separate stem cell from blood plasma. This machine is pretty slick, and so what you do is you just lay in this bed, and they hook up via the port that is in your chest, and you run it through this machine here, and they ran my blood 3 times through the machine and got enough stem cell material to do the transplants. Everybody's very friendly. They were more than willing to tell us what they were doing, let us take pictures. And so you're doing this every day for close to a month and a half. Anyway, you get your stem cells and your plasma separated, and they take that and they will freeze that. And then once, of course, here we go, that Pancake House, a great place to get breakfast. Nice place, excellent food. We really enjoyed the place. So anyway, you're going through this. You're spending days, mainly most of your day, just going to exploring Nashville or going to some restaurant in Nashville, because you're killing time. You're normally only spending about an hour at the stem cell transplant clinic until everything is ready. And then the very first thing they do is once they've collected the stem cells and you're ready for it, you come in and you take a massive dose of methylene. Methylene is a cancer chemo drug that just comes in and it just blasts your whole system. Anything in your system is going to get affected by this chemo. So they want you to have ice as they're giving this stuff to you because it can cause sores. Then after that, you go on what is called day 0. On day 0, that's when you get the lollipops, and they bring your stem cells in, show you that they've got your stem cell. They take them out of this deep freeze little vault thing, show them to you, and then they put them in a bath of very hot water to get them melted, and then they put them into a big tube that is going to be injected through your port into your chest. So you're actually going to feel the stem cell cocktail going into your chest. You can see here the tube, and they are connecting it to the other tube to run it through your chest. All of this is poured into your chest gradually over a period of time. The nurse sits there and she slowly injects it, and you take a lollipop because it helps. Then sometimes your blood goes down and they want to give you platelets. Well, that actually spiked my temperature, which caused me to go into the Stem Cell Transplant unit, which is on the 10th floor of Vanderbilt. And that's where they take their cases of people who are experiencing some problems. I stayed up there for, I think, about a week. They wanted to make sure that all my numbers were coming down, and wanted to be very careful. So we were allowed to walk around on the clinic floor, which was good. It was gave us some time to stretch our legs. But basically, we stayed right in the room, and they would bring food to us and come check our blood. And anytime they felt like something needed to be adjusted, they would adjust it. So you're there for a while, and it was okay. I mean, thank God it was not anything threatening. The counts went up, so they released us. So now you're waiting to make sure that the new stem cells that you've received are going to take. So this takes a couple of weeks. That takes up to 3 weeks. And so we were there every day, going back to the clinic for half hour, and then pretty much the rest of the day we just sat around the house or sat around the apartment or went walking downstairs, as you can see here. And they had a little gym we could go over to if we wanted to do that. So pretty much for the remainder of our time, it was just wait, see what happens. And of course there was the loss of hair because of the massive dose of methylene. The only problem I had was with this bed in the furnished apartment. It was harder than a brick. Other than that, poor Julia, she had to pretty much entertain herself, and as you can see, the hair loss had started. It didn't last for long, but it was really weird where you lose your hair on your body. But after that, I mean, once again, you're just going back to the clinic. They're taking out of this catheter blood to make sure everything's okay, and they will inject stuff through the catheter. So after this, when it is determined that you're ready to go home, one of the things they do, the last thing they do, is to take out the catheter from your chest. Well, this is all done by heart doctors. So they put you up on this table. The heart doctor puts his hand on your chest, and they lower the table and yank this thing out of your chest. And then you get to go home. So that was good. To be able to go through all this, have these crazy things happen to your body, it's good to be home.